Hey everyone, Adrienne here, Indiana Backyard Gardener, and I just wanted to come to you guys with this week's seed planting schedule. So these are seeds that you're going to be direct sowing outside under a single layer of protection. Okay, so that single layer of protection is very important. All right. If you know me or if you've been at my channel for any amount of time, you know that I don't do the whole grow lights, seed trays, and all that stuff. I like to keep things as simple as possible, and I also know myself. I am not going to be able to keep those things alive. I am so neglectful with plants in the house. So I would much rather do it outside, no potting up, no little seed trays everywhere, no, drying out of seed trays or watering or getting too big or leggy or all of the, things that can happen. So I would much rather just direct sow everything outside as soon as I can. So that's what this series is about. It's about direct sowing plants outside before your last frost date using a single layer of protection. So some of the examples of a single layer of protection would be like row covers or a greenhouse or a cold frame. You can use multiple different things for a single layer of protection. So the list is for April the 1st. And we're going to start with the things that you can plant outside under a single layer of protection. All right, so we can do bok choy, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, chives, oregano, Swiss chard, dill, endive, horseradish, potatoes, radish, rutabaga, sorrel, salsify, turnips. Okay, so now I will give you a list of things that can be planted out with no cover, or if you already have them planted out under a single layer of protection, then now would be the week that you can remove that single layer of protection. Okay, so that would include arugula, carrots, collards, kale, kohlrabi, leeks, lettuce, mash, mizuna, mustards, onions, not seed onions, the bulbs, the bunching onions, or even the shallots, parsley, peas, and spinach. Not New Zealand spinach, because that's more of a warm weather spinach. And now this would be the last week you want to get your raspberries out. If you have dormant raspberries or raspberry kings that need to go out, this would be the week that you want to get them out so that their root system can get established before it starts to get really hot. All right, so that's your week, your list for the week of things that you can plant outside with no cover and outside under a single layer of protection. The ideal soil temperature to get these seeds to germinate is going to be between 40 and 50 degrees. So that's why the single layer of protection is really important. Now, if you're doing flowers and you want to plant things out now before your last frost date, and I probably should have mentioned that my last frost date is the end of April, and I'm in zone 6A. And this whole video would be for anyone who's got a last frost date up until, I would say, maybe the second week of May. So if you're well between the last week of April and the second week of May, then I think this, you can follow along with this planting schedule. Just keep an eye on your weather. Temperatures at night dip pretty low still for us, and sometimes temperatures in the day are really beautiful, but you definitely want to keep an eye on it because it is the soil temperature that is most important. Okay, so if you are 4 to 6 weeks before your last frost date, Then you can plant bluebonnet, columbine, feverfew, flax, gaillardia, larkspur, lavender, lupin, pansy, poppy, snapdragon, sweet pea, and violas. All right. If you are 1 to 2 weeks before your last frost date, then you can do African daisy, alyssum, ammi, bachelor button, carnations, Chinese lantern, chocolate flower, coreopsis, flax, forget-me-nots, ice plant, linaria, painted daisies, and salpiglossis. All right, so those are your lists for this week. I hope you guys are getting outside. I hope you guys are getting things done and getting things planted. Another thing, one more thing you can be planting outside this week is asparagus crowns. So if you're looking to get some asparagus within the next 3 years, or actually after about 2 to 3 years, that's when you want to start harvesting asparagus. But if you plan on getting some asparagus established on your property, then this week is a great week to start planting out asparagus crowns. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this week's planting schedule. I hope you guys are having a great week, and until next time, the more you know, the more you grow. Bye, guys.